Hey, Creative Crafts. We started out with optical illusions last week, so we're going to continue on optical illusions. Today, if you have a ruler, it will help you. And if you do not, well, you just work without one, okay? I'm going to work without one only because it's really hard for me to make a ruler, hold a ruler and make a line at the same time for you guys. I've really missed my document camera, but we're going to make this work. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw a square. See if I can close it for you. We're going to draw a square. Okay, it's like an almost straight square for somebody who's holding a sketchbook up in the air that ran out of paper and everything else. So we got this. What you're going to do is you're going to draw a line from one corner to the other corner. Nice diagonal line. This is why rulers are very, very handy at this stuff. So we're going to have this. We're going to make this look like you have a hole in your paper. All right? So in order to do this, we're going to draw some more horizontal lines and some more vertical lines that connect to each other. So what I'm talking about is, we'll start up here. When you reach your diagonal line, your line needs to stop. So we're going to make horizontal lines that go all the way like this. So make some horizontal lines. Then what I want you guys to do is make some vertical lines that connect to these horizontal lines that you've made. For example, they're going to go like this. Now, word of advice. When you're trying to make optical illusions, usually it works really well if your lines are closer together. So because I have this now, I'm going to put some lines closer together so it looks like it's going into a hole. So this is going to be the hole. All right. So I'm going to make a line here and here. I'm going to add one in here because those two are spaced out way too far. So I don't know what yours looks like at home, but I want them to start getting smaller right in this area. So now here's your next trick. You need to, every other one needs to be shaded in. So I always start with this area first. I'll just get a little closer and see if I can do this. Okay, so you should have like a little square to start with, and then you're going to skip them, and you're going to shade in right here, and it's going to go around the corner. I've already planned out what kind of sculpture we're going to do with all this op art. You guys are either going to be really, really challenged or really, really, like, it's going to be easy for you because you've been doing all of these practice drawings. So we have this one. I know my lines aren't straight, guys. If you can find a ruler, straighten up your lines. It really makes a big difference with op art. So we're shading in all of this and all of this. I'm shading in this area, shading in this area. Hold on, I'm going to get a start on the next one so I don't have to worry about it. There's tons of YouTube tutorials on optical illusions and op art. So if you get a few minutes and you find yourself completely done for stuff during the week, or you're bored because you're trapped inside, or you're going stir crazy, look up some stuff. Do some drawings. Nothing better than learning a new drawing technique and passing your time away in a productive way. Sometimes too much screen time can really bug your eyes out. So doing a little bit of drawing kind of helps. All right, so should have did this with a marker, but I was really worried that I was going to mess up and not be able to erase. Okay, so we have this. In order to make this a lot more believable as an optical illusion in your paper, sorry, I'm just darkening in that line. It made a big difference. Around here, I'm going to do a checkerboard. So I'm going to, ready? I'm going to continue up with this line and bring it all the way down. I'm going to continue and line up with this line and line up with this line and line up with this line. Okay? Because these three are the same size. So I continued them and lined them up. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to line up all of my lines actually. I think it'll make it a lot easier. It's a little weird, but it'll work. Okay, so you should have this so far. And then I like to know where my stuff is going. So I add lines. Yeah, I know my lines are not straight. Rulers. Well, now that I think of it, this one worked out really good. I think I'm going to erase this line right here. And I had to find one of, ooh, this one. I had to find one of my erasers that was an extra. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring my lines all the way across. Bring them all the way across. Bring them all the way across. Bring them all the way across. I bet you guys are sick of hearing that already. And then we're going to bring this part all the way across. This part across. Well, not across. Down. So now you have a checkerboard. Okay? What I want you to do is pick and choose. Color them in. Fill them in. And do a better job than me because this is hard. Every other one. All the way around your paper. You can fill them in with colored pencil. You can fill them in with marker. But do some sort of pattern that's all the way around your paper. And when you're done, take a picture of it, send it to me on my email, and I will add extra points to your lowest grade because remember, this is all extra credit. So I hope everything's going well for you with school. If you haven't gotten an assignment done for me, make sure you do that because I am keeping up with grades. And I will see you guys again on Monday. Have a great weekend.